Yes.
One thing I want to share. One thing I want to share is to popularize the music, because I think we are doing classical music is good, but also I think we should make it accessible to all level. And I think in the old time, the Baroque music, classical music was a popular music in those times, and now it's become very too prestigious, so people are afraid to go to the concert. And this time we should maybe create maybe new music, but not like a contemporary one, but we have to make, of course, high standard. We're talking about high standard in everything. I mean, like classical music has to find a way to make people easily to access, and of course, popular music has to combine some element of classical music, and also, as I said before, combine element of our traditional music. And I think this is the way to educate people, and also the music. Try to bring music to the community. Don't play the concert only, or in the concert only, and ask or wait people to come. Maybe we have to go to the community, go to the audience. And of course, I agree with Williams, right, Mr. Williams, that we should educate them, go, and this is a potential sponsor in the future. Thank you.
I can give you another example. You said as the orchestras go to school. Deutsche Grammophon is a record company that you might know. They had in Berlin a project where they played their records in the very trendy clubs, where the youth would spend the weekends and nights, and at a certain time in the evening, not too late, not too early, they had 1 hour in a club. They played the records and spoke about the music, and they were so popular that in the end they brought chamber music ensembles to perform in a club for 1 hour, to initiate a group of the population who would never go to a classical concert. But obviously they liked it, and they became future customers. So, which means there's only one example, but one should think in dimensions that would never occur to us. And who would have thought that a disco is a place to bring a string quartet? But there are no limits for creative thinking if it comes to initiating the next generation to that music form, of course, that existed for centuries.
There's a club in New York called Le Poisson Rouge, the Red Fish, and they have made new music and drinking synonymous. So people come, there's lines around the block, and the concert is set in a club, in a bar, much like what Norbert was speaking of, and you will hear an aria from an opera, followed by some new music, perhaps electroacoustic music, followed by a reimagining of a Mozart string quartet with perhaps different instruments, and it's this whole eclectic event that is being attended by 25, 30, 35-year-old up-and-coming trendy people in New York, and it's a really amazing experience. If you look at it online, Le Poisson Rouge, it's really amazing, and there's no reason at all why it shouldn't work. That shouldn't work, and it does, because it is so new, different, interesting, that there's something for everybody there. So it can happen, and it does.
Thank you. So basically, we haven't, in fact, we're not going to have time for your very, very interesting questions. So we'd love you to take those forward at another stage. But, sorry? Yes, please. No, exactly. But basically, we've come to the end of this session in terms of timing. I think the big message we get from the whole session, though, is that making this happen is, in fact, our responsibility, not other people's responsibility. It's our responsibility to make the connections through the quality and passion that we have for our work, so that people connect in and want to share the values and take it forward. But thank you for a really enlightening session, both Norbert and Dr. Sugri. Just before we all dash off to lunch, which is I think nearby, we would like to take a Congress photo out the front of the building. It's 12:30 in the afternoon, so that's probably the hottest time of the day, which is a great time to have an outdoor photograph. So on the way out, let's organize ourselves really quickly to get that photo taken so that we can get to lunch.
And one last thing, ladies and gentlemen. Someone is not going home. 5001. Okay. And if you have a PowerPoint presentation for this afternoon, please bring it to me at the conclusion of lunch so we can put it all on the computer and send it out. Thank you.